Welcome back to Mike and Gen X. We like us. My name is Mike.
My name is Jen.
Very proper. I like it.
Well, you said your name is Mike, and I said my
I
name is
did.
Jen.
100%. I actually started that. That's my fault. So, rumor has it we're going to get some weather this weekend.
Rumor has it, I think the majority of the United States is getting weather this weekend.
You had mentioned that back where we lived up in Illinois, they were going to be what, like negative something?
They're going to be really, really, it's going to be so cold. They're talking about that there's going to be exploding trees.
The hell's it? Wait, what?
Yeah, that like they're going to freeze, like they're going to explode. Like
They're-
the tree,
tree-
the
tree-
tree is actually going to go. Poof.
Okay. Yes, that's dangerous, but that would be cool as hell
And
to
I
watch.
confirmed with our son, who is an
He is an arborist.
that he actually just recently learned about that, and
I
that
wa-
it does happen. And he says it happens at the joint. There's a whole science behind it, but there's fluid in trees. I mean, obviously.
Yeah, that I did know. Yeah.
And what happens is when there's such fluctuations in the temperatures as far as the cold,
Okay.
they can go.
Oh, I want to see
Yeah,
that.
he's like it's almost like disintegrates.
I want to see it.
Well, and they were saying that because of the weather that there could possibly be frost quakes as well.
Okay.
Because we just had an earthquake.
Oh yeah, I knew there was something that we were going to start with, and we decided to go weather, which is bad. But yeah, we had an earthquake
It's
yesterday.
the same idea. I mean, earthquakes. I mean, it's
Yeah.
weathery.
I got woken up by the earthquake, and they originally said it was 2.2. Ended up being they reversed that and said it was 2.7. It woke me up.
And then there was also one in Southern Illinois yesterday.
There was one in
was
Southern
it yesterday
Illinois.
or the day before? Within the last 2 days.
Whatever ours was, theirs was the same day. It was yesterday.
We didn't turn that light on.
Oh, we didn't turn that light on, but we're gonna keep going. That's all right. Keep talking about earthquakes.
We're gonna see if that light actually makes a difference. Let's see. I
Yeah.
mean, it does.
It makes me blind, but yeah. So earthquakes.
So back to the earthquakes. Well, let's earthquakes, frostquakes.
Yeah, what's a frostquake? Who
Well,
knows?
they say that when the ground freezes so quickly because it had been so warm, so when the temperature changes so drastic, it causes popping and noises. Like we've had it here where we experienced, and it may have happened in Illinois as well, but I know we experienced it definitely down here, and you hear it when it gets really, really, really cold down here, really quickly.
Yeah.
You can hear the trees popping.
Oh, I have heard that. Yep.
And it's crazy. It sounds like little explosions out there. It's and they're fairly loud.
We are having a pretty, I would say, extreme temperature changes. I mean, during the day today, I think it was almost 50 something degrees, right?
Yeah.
And it's going to get down, when I get up in the morning, it's 22, 23. It's cold.
Yeah, it really is a temperature drop when that sun goes down here.
Son of a. Yeah. So my biggest fear with all of this going on is we had a tree right on the outside of our property, pine tree, about 100-foot pine tree.
Huge, huge,
Yeah, it's a
huge
big old
tree.
pine tree. Well, unfortunately, about 2 years ago, it got hit by lightning. So limbs have been steadily falling off.
But it's not on our property. It's actually on the property behind us, which is the school's property. So
which is about yay from my fence.
yeah. So
No.
our concern is we're supposed to get either snow or ice, but they're veering. I think it's leaning more towards an ice storm.
Well, that's unfortunate.
And we're from the
because-
Midwest, where we're used
Damn
to
it.
snow and we're used to ice, but we're not used to ice storms.
That's true. No,
So-
well, nobody's used to ice storms.
Well, yeah, I
we've
mean-
gone through them.
But we
no, they're
haven't
not
been
fun.
through the storm, the ice. We've had, but we have not had anything like what is potentially being predicted.
No.
And
I-
that actually is very terrifying.
Do you remember when somebody knocked on our door today?
Yeah, somebody came
Okay.
and prayed with you for the weather.
Jehovah's Witness.
Oh,
Yeah, they were coming to read scripture with me.
were they telling you the end was coming or something?
Oh my God, it was all about preparing and doing all
No,
that
they're
stuff.
God.
That's right. So, well, I had to send him to the side door because the dogs were going nuts. And the side door, I can hop out real quick.
Yeah.
Oh, then he busts out. It was him and his buddy, and they were nice enough people.
You didn't have to go out there. We have the doorbells that you can talk through. You made
I
a
did.
concerted choice. You even ushered them to another door.
I did. I
And-
didn't know what it was about. And then I wasn't gonna. When they said what they were, I wasn't. You know what I honestly thought of in the movie Friday. And there's a part of it where are you ready for Jehovah's Return? And they slam the door in their face, right? And honestly, that's exactly like that scene went through my head in that second. But I didn't do it. I let him read his scripture. Basically, they're concerned with all the storms around, that they just wanted to, pass on good vibes and all that stuff. And they were talking about apparently back in the 80s or 90s, the Carolinas, there was a bad storm and we were down like 14 days without power.
They said that this storm
yeah.
has the potential of doing something like that. I went to the store today. I went to Walmart. And
love Walmart.
I hate Walmart.
Oh, we can talk about Walmart. I got another story about Walmart
we don't
today.
need to. Anyways, Walmart is not my favorite place to go ever, but it's a necessary evil.
It is.
Because
you get your oil change, and your prescriptions, and grocery shopping, and clothes, all in the same spot. But continue. I'm sorry. She went shopping at Walmart today.
There was no bread.
Yeah,
there was no
crazy.
bread. I didn't bother checking the water. I think we probably should start filling water, but I didn't bother checking the bottle.
You walked right by the water.
I did, but I was more focused. Honest to goodness, I was more focused on the soda. I really was. I was more focused.
It's like when you get around that corner, you're like eyeballing. It's like one there, is there one there? Because it's always it's a guessing game with them.
But it was packed. It was so packed in there. Like, it was crazy. Like,
I would have had fun. I know you don't like it, and I'm not saying
no, I don't, because I get like the anxiety because people aren't moving and they're not being courteous or like being, cognizant about those around them. So then I get aggravated thinking like, why can't you just be a nice human and move out of people's way, not just mine or anybody, So then I get like right here because I'm thinking, why are you such a dick bag? Like, just move, like, or you have like just rude
We're not
people.
counting that as a swear, right?
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
No.
Just making sure we're on the same page.
Yeah, I think those are both in there. That's in the whatever. Anyways, that's not a swear.
It's definitely not one of the 7 words from George Carlin.
No, it's not. So it's not a swear.
But it is effective.
Yeah, it is. Anyways, the people in like today was just people are rude.
Y'all weren't gone that long, so you did all right.
We didn't get that much either.
No, you didn't. You didn't.
I didn't. We were supposed to go to a second store.
Yeah.
I decided in Walmart we were not going to the second store. I didn't care what happened. And
you'll leave that for me tomorrow.
No, I'll probably go early in the morning. But yesterday or today, as we are driving past the second store, I didn't want to go to. That was so full that they were making like extra. You know how you can kind of come around the ends. There was cars parking when there was no longer lines.
Love it.
So it was. I am so glad because the second store is just our local Food Lion, but it's small.
It ain't that small.
I probably would have hit somebody with a cart.
You probably would.
I probably would have done it on purpose. So I just saved us bail money.
Okay.
By not bail money by not going to the second one.
That's fair. So my other story about Walmart today is on one of our local pages, and I think it might have been yesterday. Somebody was complaining that one of the local dealerships around here raised the price on their oil changes to $130.
$180.
I thought it was $130. Either way. And if it's $180, that's even worse. For an oil change.
Or maybe it was $130.
I think it was $130.
I think it was $130. Yeah, it was. And then our son got charged $80. Or they wanted to charge our son $80. So at the local Toyota dealership around here, for a basic change, they want to charge $130. The local Ford dealership wants to start at $80. I'm like, and how much is your Walmart? As much as I hate this damn place, how much is your Walmart?
$27.
However, that is literally just oil. There is nothing else. You got a happy accident last time. You did. You got a happy accident. They filled up his windshield wiper fluid. So he had a.
So now, mind you.
Is that kind of like a tug and a pull at the end?
Yeah.
Okay.
But what I will say, so they have 2 different kinds of oil changes at Walmart. They have the pit crew, which is literally oil filter, drain, redo, fill. That's it. The bonus was the windshield wiper fluid. But you could pay like $8 more, and then they'll vacuum. They'll do the.
So still, you're walking out of there like
under $40.
Under $40, and you're getting the whole.
When I saw that they were charging $130,
it's insane.
But you know what But I will say this: that shows me one thing, though. There is a huge need in this world for car mechanics. Huge.
No, it's not. That's dealerships. Mm-hmm. The dealerships are the devil. They really are.
I'm not denying
I worked so. There was a point in time in our life where I worked from home and I worked for big name car dealerships. And I was one of those people that when your car needed service and it notified you that, like, if you drove like a BMW or a Mercedes and your car needed service and you push the button, you got me. And after doing that for so long, I did that for like 4 years.
Yeah.
Hearing all the horror stories from all of these people, like, I ain't going to that dealership. I just
Yeah.
brought my car there and my car was perfectly fine. I leave and I would never, ever, unless we had that service plan like we did,
We did.
and it was like we weren't paying for it.
Mm-mm.
I would never bring my car to a dealership.
I've never brought it back since. Since we're out of
no.
those Ford
Well,
points or
yeah,
whatever.
once
Hell
it
no.
was it wasn't covered under the service plan or like what they paid for, forget it.
No.
Forget it, because all they purposely, some places have been known to purposely do things to vehicles.
Correct, because you're
It gets you back.
generating new business.
hmm
Now, I guess the ultimate solution to all of this is we buy a set of ramps and I learn how to change oil. Never have to deal with it again.
We
But
can, yeah.
for $27,
It's
every
worth it for
3 to
not
6
buying the
months,
ramps.
Come on now.
Yeah.
And if you go to the dealership and they're charging you more than that, look around. Like even the discount places around here, I think they're like $40-$50.
Yeah.
And that's just insane for
It-
oil change.
It really is. It truly
It's
is.
my opinion.
It's an oil change.
It's an oil change. You drain it, you put new oil in, you tighten the plug.
And every time we brought the car to the dealership, there was always something. There was
Something.
always something. They
Ugh.
kept our thing, the cap for, when they rotate your tires.
Oh my God! Yeah,
and then
did
they
do
would
that.
and then they would rotate the tires, and then like my alignment was off, and they would do something, and then this was wrong, and it was like I never got our car. It was like every time I got our car back
Yeah.
from the dealership,
Yeah,
something was goofy.
Yeah, something a little weird. I
Yeah.
remember I had that truck. I bought a truck, and like 2 weeks after that, the radio went out. I'm like, what the hell? And so I called her. I'm like, I just bought this damn thing. She's like, bring it in. The computer had to be redone, like
Yeah.
rebooted. In 2-month or 2-week-old car?
Yeah.
Come on now. So, yeah, but that was my Walmart story and the weather. So the weather's coming.
So now I do want to talk about yesterday. We
Mm-hmm.
did not do or release a podcast. We're trying to release at least 5 a week.
Right.
One a day.
Mhm.
And yesterday I took a mental health day.
You did.
It was the anniversary of when my mom had passed. However,
Okay.
I don't want to talk about necessarily that.
Mhm.
I want to talk to you about dates.
Okay. Yeah, I know where you're going. with
So
this.
I have this, and I'm wondering, does anybody else in the world experience or have anything as crazy as this in their life? But like
It's pretty good.
in my life, I have like all of these like recurring dates. So like for example, yesterday was the anniversary of my mother's death, right?
Correct.
But yesterday was also my biological father's birthday.
Yep.
Okay. Your birthday is July 20th.
Yep.
Do you know what else that is in my life? The day my grandmother died.
We landed on the moon.
Well, we landed on the moon. Yeah.
Sorry.
So
that's a different
then-
episode where we didn't make the hatch yet. But yeah, and that's
But it gets crazier.
yeah, there's more.
So then it's not even dates necessarily, it's years.
Okay.
Okay. So now my mother, and I did one of those ancestry things a few years ago, and I started seeing all this, and I'm like, holy guacamole. So my mother, her grandmother died when she was 9 years old. Okay.
Yep.
Her grandmother was 56 when she passed away.
Correct.
Okay. 9 years ago, when my mother passed away, my mother was 56 and my daughter was 9.
Yep.
Okay. So then there's even more. There's
this
more.
keeps going.
So then our anniversary is August 9th.
Yep, it is.
Okay. My grandparents had a son after 9 months of the day after my mother had died.
Mm-hmm.
And when I was doing the ancestry, when he was born on 8/8,
Oh, okay.
but he
Passed
Died.
away at 8-9.
on 8/9.
But wait, hold on 1 second. There's still more on the 56 and 9.
What are you talking about?
So,
So then.
yeah.
Oh,
so
with I'm sorry. I left out a whole generation.
She
So
did forget a generation.
with
so
the
that's what I was
56
waiting
and
on.
9. Okay,
Yeah.
so my mom then passed at the age of 56, and my daughter was 9.
Correct.
Well, then,
So her granddaughter.
so Yes, so my
Yeah.
mom's granddaughter.
Mhm.
Okay.
Right.
So then my son had a little girl.
Mm-hmm. Hi, Sailor.
And do you know when she's 9, how old I'm going to be?
I think you're going to be 56.
Because she turns 9, I think like 19 days before my birthday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we have
So-
a 19-day window where we're going to wrap her in bubble wrap.
No, the whole time I'm 56.
Oh.
So we have 19 days where I'm good.
So, but that is one of the weirdest ones that I've ever heard.
Yeah, and then
You know what I'm
now here's another thing. So my mom and her youngest sister are 8 years apart.
Yeah.
Myself, and my mom's youngest sister, we're 8 years apart.
Yes.
Then myself and my cousin, the
Mhm.
next cousin after me, we're 8 years apart.
Okay.
And then I think there's another one that goes, and then they start going into once my aunt had her sons, then our kids went 4 years.
Wow.
And it was never
That's so
planned. It
crazy.
was never anything like that.
Right.
It was just.
That's so weird.
There's a lot of weird stuff.
That's
That's
interesting.
a lot of coincidental dates, and I mean, this is not going back generations. This is
What's a little
right
bit
in my immediate family.
What's a little bit concerning is the majority of your family actually lives a long time.
Yeah.
So to have 2 pass away at 56 is kind of out of the norm. So that's why it's a little bit concerning.
I'm
for me.
honestly hoping I have at this point, from what I understand, my biological father's genes. I don't know him. I know who he is, but his mother is like, I think in almost 90.
Yeah. No, they're old.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, got.
And then my family members didn't pass because, like, my grandfather, like, he didn't pass because of like a cancer or something like that. He passed, like, it was crazy.
Who, your grandpa?
Yeah.
Oh, that was.
So he rolled his bicep. My grandfather, legit, he was like a taekwondo instructor.
Mhm.
As a grandpa, like, he lifted weights, he did his thing, but he rolled his bicep working out.
Right.
And went in to go get it fixed.
Mhm.
Ended up getting a staph infection. So then he went to like an aftercare, so it's still a hospital, but you know, because you still need all the medication, but
Yeah.
it's it's not a hospital.
right.
It's more like an outpatient, but you stay there.
Mhm.
So he was there. Well, when he was there getting treated for the staph infection, he ended up getting MRSA,
Yep.
and that's what killed him.
Yep. I
Now
remember that.
he had So crazy
And
shit.
Actually, you know what I remember when we found out about that, and then that is
That's-
actually how your mom found out you were pregnant with our son.
Well, yeah, because we were up in the hospital and we had all
Yes.
been around my grandfather, and the doctor was like, "I need to write you guys all a prescription." Well, I hadn't been close to him,
Right.
So I was good, but the doctor was insistent, and
So she walked out after the doctor. Your mom looks at me. You didn't know this, and goes, "Is she pregnant? Is she you?" I go, "What?" I'm like, "No,
you knew I was.
fuck yeah, I knew," but I wasn't gonna
You
tell her.
just swore.
18 minutes in. Damn it. Sorry. But that's why she chased you down the hallway after, because I wasn't going to say nothing.
Yeah.
Because not in front of. I had already gotten scolded that day.
We were in the ICU waiting room, and it was a very
Yeah.
dire situation with my grandfather. Not to mention, there's other families in there whose family members happen to be in ICU as well. And the football game is on, and he's a huge Ohio State fan, and Ohio State did something, and he cheered, and my uncles looked at you like they were going to take you out, and not in
Yeah.
a nice way.
Al wasn't happy.
And then not at all. No.
He got
No.
over it.
Yeah.
Al, I think Al liked me.
Hmm.
Maybe not. That was I did apologize for that, but it was a cool play. It was a wide receiver screen. I actually remember the play very
Shit
vividly.
happens.
It's so weird that I remember the play that your uncle scolded me for in the hospital. with your
But I
grandfather.
think karma was the day that they had the celebration of life for my grandfather.
Yep.
Was also the same day that you had tickets for Ohio State Northwestern.
Yep. We were gonna go.
And you had to give them up. So I think that was karma.
I did.
I think that was
But-
karma. Like, my grandfather's like, haha, you want to cheer in the ICU? You ain't going to the game.
However,
No, no, no.
however,
what?
at his celebration of life, we all watched the game together because it was like a reception hall and in the main area.
Oh, we did. It was bonkers.
Oh, it was crazy because it wasn't. It was everybody was trying to make it not sad. So everybody was trying to, have cocktails,
Oh,
whatever.
baloney! You were out there with my uncles watching.
Hell yeah, I was. With your uncles, yes, I was with your family. I may have started it, but they were willing participants. They were not held against their will.
I could not. I was pregnant.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
no. Here's the thing: we weren't partying and shooting them back like 50 a time, but we're out there watching the game. Oh, the bartender was weird.
Yes, that was true.
So, did you hear about that storm they got in Russia? The snowstorm. Speaking of weather again.
The 8-foot, like 8 feet of snow, but the drifts are like as tall as like 4- and 5-story buildings.
So I wrote down this town name.
Good luck with that.
Give me a second.
I can't even begin.
You can't read this.
I can't read your writing.
I'm having a hard time reading my writing, so hang on. I think the name is Kamchatka or whatever. I have no idea where it is in Russia. I happened to come across it. And what I had seen... And
you guys go Google pictures of the town in Russia that got 8 feet of snow and look at, like, it's like an apartment complex. And you're going to see, it's insane. I hope we can get to the point where I can just go like this and he can edit pictures in.
Oh my God, it was so good. I know I could. But what brought me to it was a guy, and they said it snowed so much people are jumping out of windows. I'm like, all right.
Oh yeah, they were.
Out of the 3rd floor window, and he was just swan diving and landed in this cushion of snow.
They were skiing off the roof of the apartment building.
There was another one where these guys were sitting in a car, and then they panned the camera out. The car was completely surrounded by snow, even over the top, and it was a tunnel that they got to.
Well, and they actually had whole buildings where all you could see was like the steeple of the like it's crazy. Google pictures of the town in Russia that got 8 feet of snow. That is insane. Now you want to talk about insane? I got some insane for you right now.
Love it. Let's go. What you got?
Tay-Tay. Taylor Swift.
Yeah, we can talk about it.
And
I know.
Blake Lively.
Sadly, I know about this now.
Mean girls.
They are mean girls.
My goodness. Okay, I have been following this whole Justin Baldoni, Blake Lively thing.
I have not.
For quite some time. I used to keep him updated, but it's kind of gone quiet for a while.
It did.
Because they were waiting to go to trial.
Well,
or they're right now. I think they're in the discovering depositions or something along those lines.
That's what just came out.
And so today or
Yesterday.
Today or yesterday.
Yesterday.
A whole bunch of text messages between Taylor Swift
and emails.
And Blake Lively and emails from Ryan Reynolds. Like, these people are insane. These people are insane. I hope Justin Baldoni, he might be a little loofy and he might be a little kooky and what he like. But you know what? He seems like actually a pretty good dude.
Yeah.
These people used their money, their power, and their friends and mean-girled this man out of a movie, out of 5 years he had worked with the author on this to bring this, like, to get the funding, to get everything. And they came in, that Blake Lively came in and just swooped. And she's trying to get him for SH. We're not going to say the word because it can, but she's trying to get him for SH. So harassment. Okay. That starts with an S. And apparently, from what I've seen, the level that she has to prove that he actually did this, like, the bar is set so high, it's almost impossible to prove, like, what they're requiring her to prove it. However, his countersuit of harassment, which he dropped, it's all right here.
So wait a second. So what is this trial for?
Well, basically what it is she wants the movie. So so they're saying that he SH'd her. That's what this is about. However, the bigger picture behind the scenes is what everybody's basically stating is Justin Baldoni, when he read the book by Colleen Hoover.
What was the name of the movie?
This Is Us.
Okay.
It's like a 3-book series. Okay. And when he read the book, it's about DV and there, it's a love story, but there's a lot that goes into it. And when he read the book, he decided after talking to Colleen Hoover, they were going to do like a whole bunch of these. Like, they were going to do the movies, and he got the rights.
She wanted to wait till the first one was done before she jumped on it, right? Or something like that?
I don't know what the ins and outs were. However, what I do know is that there was a clause in the contract, basically, that if he did any sort of domestic violence or if he did any sort of harassment or anything like that, then he would lose rights to the movies.
Okay.
Okay.
And Blake knew this, apparently.
Well, Blake, from what it sounds like, and there was emails that Ryan Reynolds wrote to Colleen Hoover right after the premiere where
Mm.
Justin Baldoni had to go sit in the basement with his family and their production and all those people.
Yeah.
So Ryan Reynolds wrote an email to her. It was the most narcissistic, licking up somebody's asshole. It was like he was playing a character, and you could just picture him saying it the whole time like this. It was disgusting. Like, I'm like, are you serious right now? But basically, she wanted the movie. She never read the book before. Blake Lively. She never read the book beforehand. And these people were like truly devoted to the movie. They were devoted to the series. They were devoted. She came in, was a one-woman wrecking crew, decided she wanted it. She rewrote. She did rewrites. So then they screened his movie, his version and her version. Her version, and it's all out there. Her version actually got less people liking it.
Yeah, it
like
was shit.
right. And his version actually people really loved.
Mhm.
However, her husband and her had like all these big name celebrities over at their house, and then all these big name celebrities were like, yeah, including Taylor Swift.
But who else? As I'll say it,
Who?
Bradley Cooper,
Oh, Bradley Cooper, like all their friends.
Matt Damon.
Yeah, all of them.
So, from what I've gathered, is she basically told them, "I just need you. You don't have to watch it.
But didn't tell him the backstory. But I just
Yeah.
need you to like endorse
Just,
this.
just say my version's better. Don't worry about watching it. Don't do any of that
Yeah,
stuff."
I tell you, this guy's a weirdo, blah, blah, blah. And then here's the crazy part. So here's
There's
why.
a crazy part.
Yeah, here's what's really crazy. So in the just released text messages between Taylor Swift and Blake Lively, Taylor Swift in this has claimed like, I didn't know, I had no part of it. Like I really, it was like I'm a good girl. Well, now the text messages have come out. And no, Taylor Swift's not a good girl.
Mm-mm.
Swifties come at me. I don't care. She's a mean girl. She is a mean girl. This is not okay. And I don't care who you are as anybody. She called that man a bitch. She goes, said something about him catching wind of the New York Post expose that they were going to put out about him, and said something to the effect about his play his little violin, amongst other really crappy things,
Right.
right? You could see her mean girling in this text thread. You can pull up the text thread. However, nobody until just that those were released realized that in one of her new songs on her new album, she even referenced a blow at Baldoni and referenced the little violin, because you know these people are all over all her Easter eggs. And so Miss Taylor Swift is coming out smelling like a big old piece of shit, to the point where I think they've cut the comments on a lot of her stuff. And Billy Bush, you know, the Access Hollywood Billy Bush,
Yeah.
he was actually just online a few hours ago reading comments on whatever Travis and Jason just released for their podcast,
Okay.
nailing Taylor to the wall. Like,
Wait,
dude,
Wait.
people are in the comment section because Taylor closed her stuff off.
So
And
they went onto
Blake's
the
stuff-
heights.
They went onto the heights and now are like, dude, you need to get out of there. Like, we thought she was a good girl, whatever.
Wow.
But he's in his own pile of big donkey doo-doo.
That's what you were
because-
telling me.
Yeah, because Killa Trav, who I actually really liked him, but this whole Taylor, like, I really don't like any of it, honestly. I think it's all just really weird. Like, what almost 40-year-old woman likes to act basically like a teenager who never grew up? Talk about Peter Pan syndrome. Anyway, you know, like, everything she does is an Easter. Like, get the hell over yourselves, first of all. That's so fucking weird. Grow the fuck up. Anyway, I still like New Kids on the Block, but I don't act like I'm a fucking teenager. Just saying. Anyhow, on to the
said-
heights.
Yeah, you just,
On to Killa Trav. Well, apparently this guy, he opened up a charitable foundation.
awesome.
It was wonderful until people realized that only like 40-something% of the monies raised actually goes to the charitable foundation, and the remainder of the money goes to his agents.
That doesn't.
Yeah, over 50% goes to his agents.
I don't understand that. I don't understand why that is. Doesn't
Well,
really make
I'm
sense.
assuming pays off. Who knows? Like, all of this, it's all about the money. Everything
It
is
is,
about
but,
the money.
But agents get like a 5 to 10% of the contracts and I'm telling you right now, Travis ain't hurting for money.
I
And
understand.
and it's not just his sports contracts; it's his endorsement deals. You know, he was a
Right.
sponsor in the Jab,
Yeah.
so they paid him a lot of money for that.
Yeah.
So I don't care.
But it
If they
doesn't.
go away,
Here's the
not
thing.
gonna hurt my
But you
feelings.
know what? They should ride off into the sunset.
Go away.
Taylor, go have your babies. Finally grow up.
Travis,
Y'all, you guys
he's
will
done.
make beautiful, athletic children.
Absolutely.
And then we can't wait to see the nepotism. I mean, seriously,
Oh my
give us a
God.
break, and we're good.
Yep.
Honestly, and stop the mean girling. Like that all needs to go away. Like that Blake Lively, Ryan Reynolds, like he's the same person. Like I like him in movies, but he is the same person in every single movie.
Mhm.
And according to people, including Martha Stewart, you know, the one who's like this with Snoop,
Snoop.
says Ryan Reynolds is an asshole.
Wow.
She does not like him at all. And obviously she's a pretty cool chick if she
She's
can.
a pretty cool chick.
She been to jail and she's besties with Snoop.
Yeah, I mean,
I mean, you know, I honestly, I mean, she's 80 years old and still doing like thirst trap snaps. So
I got no issues with Martha.
no, I
She
really
did her
don't.
time. She did her time. She
Yeah.
came out smelling like roses.
So do the Chrisleys. I love the Chrisleys too.
That's another topic for another day. But we got to end this one here. We've hit our time limit. Thank you to everybody who's watching. We
Mhm.
appreciate it. If you enjoy the content,
My opinions are my own.
absolutely,
You can come at me in the comments if you want. I don't want to
100%.
fight with you, but I will have an absolute discussion.
absolutely.
Mhm.
Hey, anything we say, and if you want to talk about it, let's go.
Yeah.
We go. We put it out there for a reason.
Mhm.
So, but if you like the content, like, share, subscribe.
It's
All-
free.
Everything is free. Appreciate you all. See you
Bye.
next one.